Hello and welcome back to some more Genshin Impact. So I'm going to be continuing the story quest with Shenhe. And it's right over here. There it is. What's going to happen?
I came to Mount Tianeng once with my father as a child. I remember it being such a long climb that I could barely feel my legs by the time we reached the top. This is quite a trip down memory lane for me. Look at these majestic, towering peaks, and the gently flowing streams. It's like setting foot in paradise. No wonder the legend of the divine damsel of devastation is said to have taken place here. Adepti wander oft where mortals seldom stride. Indeed, this looks like a place that one might expect to be frequented by Adepti.
Just so you know, the next part of the Pervases quest is also available, so I'm going to be doing some of that in this video as well.
The Divine Damsel of Devastation is your upcoming opera, right? And the story takes place in Mount Tianheng. Huh. Seems like you have a real connection with this place. What's the story about, though?
It's the story of a girl becoming a hero.
Cool. A hero story? They're Paimon's favorite.
I wonder if it's true, though. Like, if it's fictional in a sense, because we know that it's based off of Shenhe.
The legend first arose in this area. It is said that there used to be a prosperous village on the mountain. In that village, there was a loving couple who were completely devoted to one another. One day, a terrifying monster appeared. The wife was out collecting herbs and was captured by the monster. Her husband was so distraught at the news that it broke his spirit and drove him to madness. The vile and vicious monster told the villagers, "If you want to live, you must sacrifice a child to me."
Okay.
What a nasty piece of work.
Yeah, I agree.
Paimon sure hopes this monster gets put in its place.
But the monster was so terrible and so strong that all within the village were terrified of it. They had no choice but to give in to the monster's demand. Just while they were discussing whose child would be given over to the monster, a little girl suddenly stood up and came forward.
No, don't do it, little girl.
Unbeknownst to anybody else, she was concealing an exorcist's blade. She approached the monster's lair, feigning fear and trepidation. When she finally arrived, she courageously drew her sword and entered into a fierce struggle with the monster, from which she eventually emerged as the victor.
Just so you know, there was a little bit of lag there for a second.
Her extraordinary abilities drew the attention of the Adepti, and they took her as one of their own. Her story became the stuff of legends. But alas, the paths of mortals and Adepti seldom cross, and she would never again re-enter the mortal world. And so, destined to grace the mortal realm for but a brief moment, she vanished like a wisp of smoke into thin air. That's how the opera ends.
Look at Shenhe.
I really like this story. But I personally think that perhaps the little girl was not as brave as the opera makes her out to be. I'm not sure she deserves all the praise she is given.
I've never considered that before. Opera is always an interpretation of the events it purports to portray. A certain degree of deviation from the truth is always inevitable. When my father wrote the script for this play, I suppose his intention was to inspire his audience with the character of the Divine Damsel.
I think it's a great story. The ideal story.
Well, it sure inspired Paimon. Let's go get ourselves some Star Splinter Iron. Yeah!
Okay then, cool. So, where is this stuff located? Well, it's very close. Use vision to find the Star Splinter Iron, okay. Well, I'm assuming that this is... No. I'll grab this geosigil up here as well. Very fast. I probably have to climb up here anyways, because of the search circle in the upper left-hand corner on the mini-map. I think that's core lapis right there, right?
Solidify!
Probably. No, that's Star Splinter Iron. Okay, so that might also be Star Splinter Iron then. In fact, it definitely looks like it. It's saying to use elemental vision, but really it doesn't change the color. Oh, never mind.
There should be enough Star Splinter Iron. Now we just need to find that Subrosium.
I think I saw a village on our way here. Master Zhang said we should ask the locals for help. Why don't we try there?
Okay then. I was gonna say you don't have to break the Star Splinter Iron with like usually when you mine
Hey, there
minerals.
really is someone here.
In this game, when you mine minerals, you usually have to break it with like Zhongli's R2 ability or Claymore user's ability. I mean, some sword users can also break them and spear users and stuff, but it's a lot slower. Anyways.
Yun Jin, looks like you were right. Excuse us, sir. Can we ask you something?
Huh.
Huh. He didn't seem to catch that.
Hello, sir. We were just passing by and wanted to ask if you happen to know anything about Subrosium.
Is he trying to tell us to look for clues in the village? Well, whatever. Guess we're on our own here.
Why is he acting like that?
Shenhe, Yun Jin, let's have a look around.
Sorry, you can go ahead without me. I'd like to have a word with this gentleman. If that's okay with you, Uncle Mingjin.
It's...
Shenhe.
Shenhe. You're alive. The rumors were true. So, all these years? I'm sorry, I don't know how to find Subrosium. But I think you can find some information in the village. This place is deserted now. No one ever comes here. So you can rummage around all you want.
Okay, for a second there, I thought he might be like a ghost or a zombie or something, the way he was acting.
Huh? You know this guy, Shenhe?
Thank you, kind sir. We'll go and take a look around. Don't worry. Mingjin has no ill intention towards Miss Shenhe. She'll be quite safe.
Okay, then let's see what we can find in this village.
Okay, cool. So, let's talk to Shenhe very fast.
I came back here once before, a few years ago. Alone. I hid it from Master at the time. It was deserted then, too. Except for a few low-life bandits. Everyone and everything I remembered was long gone. But as people were passing by, they stopped to admire me. They praised me, telling me I gave off the aura of an Adeptus. I tried explaining to them that I wasn't an Adeptus, just an ordinary person who came from this village. But no one believed me. When I saw how run down all these houses were, I felt at a loss. It was like I took a look at the world, and on the surface, it looked like a vast realm with so many places I could go. Then I looked a little closer, and there was nowhere for me to go at all.
Suddenly, so much time has gone by. Everything has changed.
Last time I visited, I felt so upset. But today, I don't know why, but it feels different.
It is easy for your mind to run wild when you are alone. But this time, you are with your friends, aren't you?
Yes, my friends.
Huh. That was quite a long little conversation there. I'm almost reluctant to talk to this guy, because I'm afraid that it'll just repeat that whole conversation. I'll still do it, though.
I came back here once before.
Oh my
It
goodness.
was deserted then.
No,
I tried
let me
explaining
skip.
it to them.
Okay, so talking to them, talking to him repeated that whole conversation, so. Anyways. I'm thinking it's probably in this little house right here, based off of the minimap. Yeah. Oh. Accidentally pressed circle.
What's this?
Oh boy, ragged notebook. The doctor said you were gravely ill. Don't worry. I will give you everything I have to save. Oh, I will give everything I have to save you. My heart bleeds whenever I see you getting wearier, your illness beyond treatment. How I wish I could suffer the pain for you. You said you had no regrets in this life, and that you only wished for me to take good care of Shenhe. But you regret nothing. Why the tears? I don't know what I've been doing lately, though I still breathe. I feel like an empty shell. I have read all the ancient texts I could get my hands on, looking for ways to save you, but it is utterly futile. I finally found it. It was Mingjun. He had kept the book that could save you hidden. I took it and followed its instructions to summon a god and offer a sacrifice. Well, that's not good. The god appeared. I told him that I was willing to exchange my life for yours. He kept silent and only pointed at our daughter, Shenhe. The god said her fate was to bear the curse of calamity and that she was prone to bring harm to those close to her. The god also said that she might have been the cause of your death. In that case, I thought I should... I left her in the cave that the god mentioned. 3 days have passed, and still no news. I grow restless from waiting, seized by an ominous feeling. I'm sorry, my love, forgive me. You too, Shenhe, please forgive me. How stupid I was, how blind. Let me apologize to both of you in person. So this guy who wrote this was obviously Shenhe's father. Maybe this is the true story of the Divine Damsel of Devastation.
So, Shenhe is the divine damsel? Now that I think about it, she does behave rather like an adeptus, and she is about the right age.
I was wondering when Yun Jin would find out about that.
So that's why I've been getting the strangest feeling whenever I chat with her. I should have noticed it earlier. According to this text, the divine damsel from the opera was actually the daughter of the loving couple. And she didn't volunteer. She was sacrificed to the monster by her own father. Oh, the truth is even more lamentable than the opera. Now I understand why Shenhe said the girl was not as brave as people think. It wasn't her choice to enter that ghastly situation. She was forced into it. Oh. It looks like my father may need to make a few revisions to his beloved opera.
I don't know if you have to go that far. I mean, you know the truth now, but do other people really need to know it? Shenhe isn't complaining as far as I can tell. And wait a second. Oh, I'm still supposed to be looking for something. I guess I'm supposed to be examining something over here. Oh, there we go. Oh, look at that. I haven't solved that yet. Let me see something. Ah. Why did I do that? It's over in that direction. Okay, I'll probably go grab that in a little bit. Records of the Changing Village.
So it seems that Shenhe's father thought he was summoning a benevolent deity using a magic incantation. But in fact, he summoned an evil god's remains, which took the form of a monster.
A branch family of exorcists used to live in the east of the village. But in around 2 weeks, the mother died of disease, the young daughter went missing, and shortly after, the father hanged himself on a tree in the yard of his own house. It has been confirmed that the traces of an evil god's remains were found in the village. The villagers are panicking as no one is certain whether the evil god's remains are gone for good. Do be careful when you are in this area.
His obsessive yearning for his deceased wife led to a terrible tragedy. The villagers moved away in fear, without ever learning the truth. And now, this place is deserted. Still, I do wonder what the connection is between Shenhe and Mingjun.
We've looked everywhere, but still no mention of Sabrosium. Let's have a look over there.
Okay. It's up in this little house up here. Yeah, there we go. Ah, I keep pressing circle.
This is it!
Mountainous miscellany, I don't know how to say that. Magic engraved on Sabrosium does not wear off easily. Some believe the stone to be a bridge between the living and the dead. However, finding Sabrosium is no easy matter. You need to be at the right place at the right time. That sounds lovely. Legend has it that you may find Symposium if you stand in the middle of the lake south of Mount Tianheng at dusk, and look in the direction of the setting sun. So,
So basically, we need to go to the middle of the lake south of Mount Tianheng at dusk, and we'll find us some Symposium. Let's go back and tell Shenhe the news.
Okay then. In a little bit, I'm going to solve that puzzle very fast. So it said it was off in this direction, and there it is. Pretty easy to find, since I had a clear direction on where to go. Come on. Okay, give me my treasure. Only an exquisite
Certainly
chest.
worth the extra mile.
I suppose. Okay, let's go talk to Shenhe and that guy now.
One year when I was back visiting, I heard a story about a white-haired adeptus from a merchant passing by. I never imagined it was you. I was a very close friend of your father's. I could have stopped him from performing the summoning ritual. I had plenty of chances, but I couldn't bring myself to stand up to him. I just let things happen, let it all escalate. Well, we all know how that story ended. I bring flowers back here every year. And each time I wish I had a chance to apologize to you.
Apologize for what? If you'd stopped him, he'd only have found another way. There is nothing he wouldn't have done for his true love. Nothing.
Do you still hate him?
I don't know what I feel. I'm told my fate is to bear the curse of calamity, so my master bound my soul with red ropes to curb my aggression. But it also dampened my emotions, making me dispassionate, like the Adepti. So if you ask me how I feel about the past, if I hate my father or not, the truth is, I feel nothing at all.
It must have been so tough for you all these years.
Shenhe, we're back!
Oh, then I will leave you all in peace. Shenhe, it brings me some solace knowing that you are okay. I'll tell you more about the old times next time we meet.
Thanks, mister. We found some info in the end.
Okay. Now we have to go to that lake.
Shenhe, look! This tells us how to find Symposium. All we gotta do is go to the middle of that lake.
Let's go then.
Miss Shenhe, there's something I'd like to talk to you about. Just now, in the village, we found your father's diary. It turns out that many of the details in the Divine Damsel of Devastation are not true to the facts. So I'd like to change them.
Why?
I know I say that opera always deviates from the truth, but now that the main character is standing right here in front of me, I cannot simply dismiss your lived experience in favor of my father's fiction.
It's okay. I like your version.
But,
I had a feeling that she probably preferred that version.
My master once said that the day I learn how to use my strength for the good of others is the day that I can truly become part of human society. So, I hope that one day I might be brave enough to stand up and protect others, just like the girl in the opera. But I've never thought this way before, and I wonder whether I will continue to think in this way.
don't worry. I believe you will. In fact, I think maybe you've already started to become the person you aspire to be. You just haven't had the opportunity to see it for yourself yet.
Shenhe! Yun Jin! Cut the chit-chat! Let's go! We can't let someone else beat us to it!
Okay. We'll go over to where the place is. Which is pretty close, but I can get even closer by teleporting. And then after this next set of cutscenes, I'm gonna go ahead and continue the Pervases quest. Is that a statue? Yeah, it is. So I just need to go to the middle of the lake. I don't even know if I have to mess with the time yet or not. Okay, I have to wait until 17:30. Well, that figures. Okay. thankfully it doesn't require us to actually, like, have to, you know, look in the specific direction that they were talking about. There's obviously a person right there. That looks like, I'm not sure. Oh, is that Zhao? What a coincidence. Hello, Zhao.
What brings you here? Have they found a solution to the danger in the sea?
What danger in the sea?
Ningguang didn't tell you. Something has happened in Guyan Stone Forest. According to the contract, as an Adeptus, I should not get involved for now. But these things can be unpredictable. I have a contingency plan of my own.
Zhao, what are you?
Only a single mountain lies between here and Liyue Harbor. If things get out of control, I will defend this place myself.
Okay then. That kind of felt random, but at the same time it was
That's
interesting.
everything we need! Let's head back and report in! Paimon's curious if Beto's made any progress.
I wonder if there have been other characters, like other Adepti and stuff, just hanging around that I haven't noticed during this quest. Another exquisite chest.
Unsolicited, and all the more valuable for it.
Okay then. I'm gonna go ahead. I would have done this. I was expecting another cutscene, but instead I'm gonna go ahead and continue the quest for Pervases. So, Wang Pingon wants to renovate Pervases' temple. You wonder how much progress he's making. And that's pretty close, believe it or not. It's been a few days since I last played, after all. Well, I should say since I last did this quest, in particular. This is turning into quite the project. But you're really fixing this place, huh? Ah, it's you. I mean, I did say that I was an upstanding citizen now, didn't I? I must say, though, it's a much bigger project than I originally thought. The designer I brought into the plan, the new temple got really fired up the moment I told him that this was a Yaksha's temple. Not only did he draw up sheet after sheet of plans, he even dragged me off to buy materials. If he was a few decades younger, I bet he'd insist on working on this himself. You haven't encountered any danger, have you? Danger? You mean monsters and treasure hoarders? You didn't worry. Once they got wind that I was repairing a Yaksha's temple, the Ministry of Civil Affairs assigned some Millilith to help with security. Are there any? Yeah, there is a Millilith right there. They've more or less chased all the nearby monsters away. As for the treasure hoarders, they seem to be lying low now that the Millilith are here. However, the volume of work required to fix this temple has really exceeded my expectations. Turns out we didn't prepare enough materials, so we had to order more supplies from the city. And while those treasure hoarders probably wouldn't make a move at the worksite itself, they might lie in ambush along the delivery route to steal the materials along the way. The Millilith can hold the worksite, no problem. But if the delivery gets attacked by treasure hoarders, there's no way they'd be able to respond in time. So, could I ask a favor from you? I know how skilled you are. Those treasure hoarders are definitely no match for you. Could you go and teach them a lesson and dissuade them from disrupting our work? I'll do it. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm not terribly surprised. Once he mentioned treasure hoarders, I was like, yeah, we're going to be fighting against those. I want to get those eggs. There we go. I managed to get both of them. Okay, it's pretty close, so we've just got to escort it a very short distance, I imagine. Well, I assume we're going to be escorting something. Now that Pervases' temple is finally being repaired, blah blah blah, I can't keep up with Paimon.
Think you can get away?
I guess we're not having to do an escort mission, which suits me just fine, because I wasn't really looking forward to it. I feel kind of bad for these guys.
Done.
But please stop. We've lost. Please spare us. Pack it up and get ye gone. Yes. But dare I ask what we've done to offend you? Did you find some treasure in this area by any chance? We're rebuilding a temple nearby. Rebuilding a temple? In the middle of these mountains? You relate the story of the temple restoration project. There's a temple commemorating an adeptus here? Wait a minute. Could it be that old house? Boss, we did see a statue of a bird while we were resting there previously. That must have been... That's Pervases, one of the Yakshas. Huh? Boss, did we really offend an adeptus? Stop talking nonsense. We didn't know, so that didn't count. It was ignorance. I don't think an adeptus will judge us, right? Anyway, thank you for telling us of the reparations being done on the temple. We apologize for our previous ignorance and rudeness. We'll go back and tell others to give the temple a wider berth. Boss, shouldn't we go there and light a few sticks of incense to apologize to the adeptus? Hey, when did you become such a talker? Come on, let's go. I don't know if they should go over there. They might get arrested. You know, by the Millilith that are there, but we'll see. Oh, I'm assuming that they've actually gone over here to do what that one guy suggested. Nope, they're not here. Hello there. Were there treasure hoarders about? You tell Wing Ping On about the treasure hoarders. Ah, so they left. That's good. Is there anything else I can help you with? Thank you for your kindness, but you've already helped me so much. It wouldn't be right. But if you're willing, it would help if you could find us some sandbearer wood. You can consider it your official contribution to the repair work. It is a good deed, after all. A little personal participation might bring you some good fortune. Oh boy. I'll go get it for you. Alright. Just bring the sandbearer wood you find straight back to me. I hope I have enough. How is it? Did you manage to find the sandbearer wood? I wish it would just tell me if I have. Okay, yeah. I had enough. Alright. I'll take the sandbearer wood timber. The temple will take a while more to repair, so I'll remain here for the time being. If you have the time, you can come by and check on things. Okay, that's that part of that quest done. So now I'm going to go ahead and head on over to Neko. And here's something cool that I actually didn't know about. I guess they added it to the game recently, but you can do that now, where you can select different parts of the map. You know, or I should say the different regions, you know, like Mondstadt, Liyue, Inazuma, and so on. And basically instantly get there with the map feature instead of having to scroll over slowly. They also fixed the map in other ways as well, like I'll show once I load in this area. It used to be in the past, when you open up the map, the cursor in the center would go to like the edge, and then you would have to recenter the cursor after like messing around with it a little bit, but now they keep it in the center, which is, in my opinion, how it should have always been. So it's better now. Anyways, let's talk to Neko.
That cat can talk.
Oh, it is you again. Well met. Do you know where there grows a big, pink, and very tall tree? Well, what? That's the thunder sakura, right? It looks like the tree with pink petals next to the shrine, but it's very tall. There are a lot of tingling, hair-raising things around the tree. Tingling, hair-raising things. They should be electro. The tree you're referring to should be the sakura tree, then. Electro and sakura trees can be found everywhere in Inazuma. Is there anything else besides that tree? Hibiki said that the tree is shaped like a fox. There is a very large shrine next to that tree. Like the tree, it's very high up, and there are those tingly, hair-raising things beneath the shrine. A very tall sakura tree and shrine, and electro. Is Neko talking about the sacred sakura at Grand Narukami Shrine? Yep. Well, it feels like there's only one place in all of Inazuma that meets these 3 points. But why are you looking for that tree? Why? Do you know where that tree is? Worthy of being my chosen one. I'm pretty sure that Hibiki is either over there or told Neko that she was going there. It is the place Hibiki mentioned. Hibiki said that she'd stayed there for a while. Okay. Also, she loved the petals floating down from that very, very big tree. I thought about the reason why Hibiki hasn't returned until now. Could it be because she's doing something somewhere? Since Hibiki isn't coming back for the time being, I will go and look for her. It seems that you know where the tree is. Please take me there. Eh? What about the shrine? The stone human will take care of the shrine for me. There's no need to worry. Oh, where is he? I don't see Junpei around. Thank you, Mr. Oshima. Paimon never thought that Aether would say this one day. Thank you for your effort, Mr. Oshima. Okay, time to head off. But I didn't see Junpei around here. Well, I mean, he's around here, but he's not in this area, is he? Oshima is Junpei's last name, just so you know. Does it actually look like a fox? I can't tell from down here. I've never really paid attention to the shape of the tree up there. Oh. Switch to Zhongli. Easier to dash that way. Grand Narukami Shrine. Is this the place? There's so many red doors. Do humans like red doors a lot? This is called a Torii Gate. They are at Asase Shrine too. What? Oh, I understand now. So this is a Torii Gate. It's a place where birds live, right? So the more Torii Gates there are, the more birds there are, right? Birds are a good thing. Humans are pretty smart too. Have you seen where Hibiki is? There's no trace of anyone. There seems to be no one around. Why don't we go to the Grand Narukami Shrine and ask the Shrine Maidens there? Hibiki should also be a Shrine Maiden. Maybe they would know something. I don't know, I'm starting to have my doubts about Hibiki's identity. Like, a part of me is wondering if Hibiki might be a cat or something. It does kind of look like a fox. Interesting. Meow, this shrine is really big. And there are a lot of humans, too. Wow, the offering box and racks are also very grand. No wonder so many people come here. You should take some pointers. In the future, Asase Shrine will become like this. That's probably not it. However, I still don't see Hibiki anywhere. Anyway, let's find someone to ask about Hibiki. I'm assuming we'll talk to Conra right here, right? No?
Narukami, please.
Oh.
See that he stays.
Inagi Hotomi. Hello, traveler from afar. Welcome to the Grand Narukami Shrine. If you encounter any trouble or just want to make a wish, feel free to come here for a fortune slip. May the Electro Archon bless you. We are not here to ask for a fortune slip, but there is something we want to ask you. Ask me? Oh, go ahead then. Well, here's the situation. You tell Inagi Hotomi about Hibiki. Hibiki from Asase Shrine? Could it be Asase Hibiki? Yes, Hibiki is Asase Hibiki, human. Do you know Hibiki? Do you know where she is? Huh? How can this cat talk? Am I hearing things? Humans, such ado about nothing. Is it so strange that I speak? Do you know Hibiki? Do you know where she is? It feels really strange to be questioned by a cat. However, if you are really asking about that Asase Hibiki, you come to the wrong place. Huh? Wrong place? I have come across her name in a few well-preserved ancient texts of the shrine. She is the last successor of the Asase Shrine. About 400 to 500 years ago, oh good grief, it was said that the Yugo 3, Asase Hibiki Kamina Harunosuke, and Mikoshi Nagamasa once went to Mount Yugo to learn under the Yugo Tengu. Blah. During that time, Asase apprenticed at our shrine and also befriended the Kitsune Saigu. However, in the end, the three eventually parted ways after a disaster that was vague in their account. It is said that Kamina Harunosuke crossed the sea and went to Liyue as he wanted to learn the more powerful ways of the Adepti. Mikoshi Nagamasa returned to Inazuma City to serve the shogunate. As for Asase Hibiki, she returned to Seirai Island. Well, that's right. But because there is so little historical information available, the details are not very clear. Wait a minute. She said 400 to 500 years ago, so that means Hibiki was summoned from a long time ago. So Neko's a cat that's 400 or 500 years old? I mean, that's not too surprising, Paimon. Meow? I'm not sure. What does 400 or 500 years old mean? I am not a human being. There are many things to worry about. I just know the rising of the sun and then the moon. If I'm in a bad mood, sleep is the best remedy. Paimon's so envious. Paimon, it's almost the same for you. Hey, how rude. Paimon is worried sick about Aether every day. You have said a lot of things that I do not understand, so where is Hibiki? With all due respect, I'm afraid that Asase Hibiki has... Hibiki is not here. Yes, that's right. Hibiki should have gone somewhere else. That's true. Oh well, Hibiki is still like a child, running around as she pleases. Anyway, thank you, Miss Shrine Maiden. Please excuse us, we'll be leaving now. Take care now. I'll be ready to help whenever you need me. So how long has Neko been waiting for Hibiki at this point? Like, good grief. So now they want me to go back to this point down here. I'll teleport right here, it's probably a little bit faster. Okay. Let's have a rest here. I am tired. But it's really the same as what Hibiki said. The different islands are really completely different. Also, it turns out that the shrine can be on such a high mountain. Aren't humans afraid of heights? My Asase shrine is still better. Where exactly is Hibiki, I wonder? Do you still wish to continue looking for her? I am tired. Let's talk about it later. There's still a later? Yeah, this is a really long quest. That's for sure. Hibiki told me many, many stories. Stories about the beach, stories about the place with lots of trees, stories about the Lady Kitsune. I remember all these stories very well. But the most important thing now is to return home. After all, Asase Shrine must have its Guji. In short, you will go back with me now. They made me climb all the way down here just for Neko to say, oh yeah, let's go back to the island. Finally back. After staying next to that shrine for a long time, my fur is curling up. Thank you so much for your help. You are truly a rare and reliable human being, Meow. I will continue to take care of the shrine. When Hibiki returns, I will introduce you to her. Meow meow. When will Hibiki come back? Now I'm worried that telling Neko here that Hibiki probably isn't ever going to come back would, like, I don't know what it would do to the poor little cat. Anyways, go ahead and set those. I'm holding on to my Primo Gems for now. Not going to be making any wishes for a while. Okay, so this is actually where I'm going to be stopping. Thank you very much for watching. The next time I play, I'm going to be continuing the quest here, you know, the story quest. And as far as anything else I do, I'm not entirely sure when I'll be recording the next video, but I'll most likely be continuing the Pervases quest as well if I can. So, yep. See you next time. Bye bye.